Welcome back to Mind Your Business, the podcast where we help you grow your business without losing yourself along the way. I'm your host, Steve Wagner, and today we're diving into one of the most universal struggles in entrepreneurship and professional life. And we're going to be talking about burnout. Now, this isn't another you need more self-care talk. Today, we're breaking burnout down through two powerful lenses, alignment and clarity, the foundations of sustainable success. Now, what is burnout really? Burnout isn't just being exhausted or needing a day off. It's a deep, chronic depletion of emotional, mental, and physical energy. It's a feeling that no amount of sleep gets you back to normal. Signs of burnout often include waking up tired, even after a long rest, or feeling irritated or numb, or basically losing that passion for the things that you used to care about, or even feeling like everything is heavy, even the small tasks. But the truth, burnout doesn't happen because you're weak or unorganized. Burnout often happens because you've been strong for too long without support, boundaries, or direction. Now, it builds slowly from overextending yourself, from caring too much for too long, or from trying to push through instead of recalibrating. Now, let's talk about alignment. Because burnout doesn't just come from doing too much, it actually comes from doing too much of the wrong things. Alignment means your work, your habits, and your goals match who you are and what season of life you're in. Misalignment, it sounds more like saying yes to commitments that drain you, chasing goals you think you really should want, working in ways that don't support your energy or your lifestyle. Or actually living constantly in reaction mode, always responding, never creating. When you're aligned, work still requires the effort, but it gives you energy back instead of constantly taking. A helpful question here is the way I'm working sustainable for the person I'm becoming? And if the answer is no, burnout becomes almost inevitable. Try this realignment exercise. Identify 20% of the tasks causing you 80% of your stress, and then the 20% giving you the 80% of your fulfillment, and then start shifting your energy accordingly. Now, if alignment is your compass, clarity is your map. Burnout shows up most fiercely when you're working hard, but you're not sure where you're going. And humans can handle a lot of effort as long as the direction is clear. It's the uncertainty that drains us. Clarity gives you basically a small set of priorities. It gives you a clear why behind your actions. It gives you the ability to see what actually matters and the confidence of knowing the next step and not all the steps. When everything feels urgent, everything feels overwhelming. And clarity removes the noise. Clarity habits include things like weekly planning sessions, choosing your top 3 priorities. And then when the week starts and the tidal wave of challenges come at you, you have that direction that cuts through that noise and to zero in on those priorities. Set a morning intention check. This helps check in with your crew and yourself to see if you're heading in those priorities and make your adjustments as needed. Also, another way is to look into monthly alignment audits. What's working? What's draining me? Asking what is the next smallest step I can take? Clarity isn't perfection. Clarity is direction. Now, how does clarity and alignment prevent burnout? Think burnout as a fire alarm, not a flaw. Alignment removes friction. Clarity removes being overwhelmed. Together, they drastically reduce burnout risk. When you know what matters and why, decision making gets easier. Decision becomes lighter, and life starts feeling more like something you're living intentionally and not just surviving. Before we wrap up, here are 4 things you can take action on immediately. First, do the alignment audit. What drains you and what energizes you. As my mother used to say, does it speak to you? And you'll feel it right here. And that's your intuition talking to you. The opposite is true. You'll feel that heaviness, that dread, and that despair. Second, clarify your top 3 priorities for the week. That way you can focus on what you need to do and basically ignore what is all noise. Third, build micro rest into your day. Now we're just talking 5 minutes at a time, and it's enough to reset your nervous system. And finally, and when you go through your objectives for the day, give yourself some grace. And if you don't make all the way through those objectives, the reality is you can't go back and change it. So assess where you are, recalibrate, and use that energy to keep moving forward, not to waste your energy on lamenting and how you couldn't get those last few items done. You deserve work that feels fulfilling and a life that feels like it actually belongs to you. Thank you for joining me on Mind Your Business. If this episode resonated, share it with somebody you care about. And take care of yourself, stay aligned, stay clear, and as always, mind your business.